Hey guys, welcome back. So we are going to come back to inequalities. Now, more specifically, we're going to be doing word problems with inequalities. So let's go ahead and write today's objective. I can solve inequality word problems. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now this first word problem, it says a person must be at least 52 inches tall to ride on the Power Tower ride at Cedar Point in Ohio. Let H represent the height of any person who meets the requirements. Write an inequality that describes H, then graph it. So we know that we're going to be comparing H to 52. Okay? Now, if you're 52 inches, you can ride the ride. You are able to. So I'm going to go ahead and put the or equal bar right off the bat. Okay? Now I just need to know if I'm going to have to put a greater than symbol or a less than symbol. Okay? We got to figure out what we need here. Now, H represents the height of a person who can ride it. So an example of someone who can ride it would be someone who was 53 inches, or maybe 57 inches, or maybe 60 inches. Okay? The reason they can ride the ride is because you have to be more than 52. So since these numbers are good, all right, that means that H would have to be one of these numbers, and that would mean that, like, for example, 57 is greater or equal to 52. Okay? So that is the answer to the inequality. That's what right here it says, write an inequality that describes H. That's what they wanted you to do. And then it says to graph it. So let's go ahead and graph this. We're going to put the 52 right there. We are going to put a closed circle because of the or equal to bar. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and shade the side that we need to shade by putting a test point in there. So we're going to check, right, by putting something is greater or equal to 52. Okay? If I put negative 100 in there, that's not true, right? So if I put 100 in there, so let me erase that negative right there. 100 is greater than 52. So therefore, we're going to shade towards 100, which is on this side, or we're going to shade that way. Okay? All right, we're going to do number 2 together as well. Now, for number 2, it says a person must be no more than 42 inches to ride the Flintstones kiddie car ride at Six Flags. Let H represent the height of any person who can meet the requirements. And again, we have to write the inequality and graph it. Okay? Now this time, we have a kiddie ride. Okay? And you know, when you get to that height where it's like, oh man, I can't go on this ride anymore, I'm too tall. This is the kind of ride that we're talking about. So H is going to be compared to 48. Now, again, if you are 48, it's okay. All right? If you are right at 48, we're going to put an or equal to bar there. Now, the height of someone else who would be able to ride would be like 40, all right, or 36, or 30 itself, right? So these numbers represent someone who can ride on the ride because it's a kiddie ride. You can't be too tall to go on the kiddie ride. So we're going to have a, again, if you put the 40 in here, 40 would be less than 48. Okay, so this is the answer. H is less than or equal to 48. Okay, now let's go ahead and use a checkpoint. We're going to put something compared to 48. If we put negative 100 in there, that is true. Negative 100 is smaller than 48. If I put 100 in there, it wouldn't be true. Okay, so here's my 48. Again, we have a closed circle. And negative 100 is on the left side, so I'm going to shade the left side. Okay? All right, now number 3 has 2 parts, A and B. All right, I want you guys to go ahead and try A on your own. Now, let me read this for you really quick. It says, you must be an adult to vote in the presidential election. An adult is 18 and older. So you need to write an inequality for someone who is able to vote. Now for A, this is someone who can vote. Go ahead and do that right now. All right, so someone who can vote. So let's put a variable there. Let's put X. and we're going to compare it to the number 18, okay, because that's the number we see here and that's the number we're talking about. All right? Now, an adult would be 18. So we're going to put an or equal to bar. So 18 is an adult. Now, another adult would be 19. Another adult would be 50. Another adult would be 64. And all these numbers are adults, and all these numbers compared to 18 are greater than 18. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and this is our inequality. We're going to go ahead and put our open circle at 18. All right? And we're going to find out what side to shade. So 100 is greater or equal to 18. This is true. And we put the 100 in for x. 100 is on this side. So, oh, I'm sorry, it is a closed circle, my bad. This is a closed circle because if you are 18, you are able to go on, so you are able to vote. All right? Go ahead and do part B. Now, part B asks you who cannot vote. So make the inequality for it and graph it. All right, guys, so hopefully you got this one correct. Again, we're comparing x to the number 18. Now, person who is 18 is able to vote. So we are not going to put the or equal to bar because we're not including the 18. Now, someone who cannot vote. Well, someone who's 17 can't vote. Someone who's 10 can't vote. Someone who's a baby can't vote, right? And all these numbers are less than 18, okay? All right, so for this one, we're going to put 18 with an open circle because 18 is an adult. We're trying to put a graph would show who's not an adult. All right. So, what's less than 18? Well, negative 100 is less than 18, and negative 100 is this way. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead to the next part of this. If you need to press pause, go ahead. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, let's take a look at number 4. Now, number 4 says 5 less than a number. Now, this is something that you already know how to do because we did this a couple days ago. 5 less than a number means that you have x and you're subtracting 5 from it. Okay? Now, this one is different. Okay, this says 5 is less than a number. So the difference is the word is. Okay? If you see is less than, that is this symbol right here. Okay? So 5 is less than a number. Okay? So you see the difference between this? This does not have an is, this does. This does. So 5 less than a number means 5 minus, x minus 5. 5 is less than a number is these symbols right here. 5 is less than a number. Okay? So with that information, we're going to go ahead and do number 6 together.
Hey guys, sorry for the interruption, but let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. So now, again, what we're doing is we're going to translate number 6. It says 60 is greater than 3 times a number minus 18. This is a straight translation problem. So we're just going to look at it individually and go ahead and write down what we see here. So 60 is going to be written down like this. Then it says is greater than. Now, is greater than is this symbol right here. 3 times a number, okay, is saying that we have a variable that's unknown, or we're going to take 3 times that variable. So it's 3x. And then right here, this is pretty straightforward, minus 18. So again, it says 60 is, so here's 60, is greater than, right there, 3 times the number, right there, minus 18. So now what we're going to do is we're going to solve this and graph it. So this is a 2-step inequality. We're going to start off by adding 18 to both sides. These cancel. We're going to get 78 is greater than 3x. Then what we're going to do is divide both sides by 3. And then these cancel right here. We wind up with 26 is greater than x. So here's my 26. We have an open circle because there is no or equal to bar. And something that would fit in here would be negative 100. So 26 is greater than negative 100. There's my check. Negative 100 is on this side. So I'm going to shade this way. Okay? Go ahead and do number 7 on your own, and then we'll go over it. Okay, guys, so again, this is another straight translation problem. 25, let's write that down, is less than, that's this symbol right here, twice a number. Now over here we had 3 times a number. Twice a number means 2 times. So it's going to be 2x plus 77. So again, here's a 25 is less than is right there. Twice the number is right there. Then we have 77 plus 77. So to solve this one, we're going to subtract 77 on both sides. That's going to give us negative 52 is less than 2x. We're going to divide both of these by 2. And then negative 52 divided by 2 is negative 26. And this is less than x. So here is my negative 22. I'll say negative 26. There is my open circle. Now we're going to go ahead and check. Now the check for this one is got to be 100. Okay, because negative 26 is less than 100. 100 is on this side, so I shade this way. Alright guys? Alright, see you next time.